Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Very exciting. I'm pleased to announce that the 14 pages I wrote were left at home on my kitchen table. It's very interesting. This is one of the passages that has it all. It has mystery, it has ambiguity, it has intrigue. Herod. I won't go there yet. But it is something that has a chance for us to reflect and peacefully come to this wonderful place in the stillness, which is how I imagine Advent should really be. Listen to this. Beautiful. I don't think we had that stillness. We had the excitement, the anticipation. But now, the child has been born, and we have this stillness that has come to us. So my question this morning was, what brought you to church? What brought you to church? Now, that doesn't mean why did you come to church? What drew you to church? Of course, I'm thinking of the three wise men, that they were drawn by a star to leave their homes and go somewhere. They were drawn to a foreign land, to the land of Israel, specifically to a district called Judea. And I imagine they did not all come together. In my mind, I picture these brilliant men, scientists, magicians, magi, somehow coming to a similar conclusion and drawn by this star to a place that they would search out together, meeting each other along the way, and then, as the story says, called to meet with King Herod. And Herod was scared to death. Of course. They spoke with authority that they had seen a star, and it announced the birth of a king of the Jews. That's a bit much for him. He said, wait a minute, I need to talk with these three gentlemen. And from them, he heard the time, the date, and the direction that the star had appeared and was drawing them. He asked them to go. I love this. And go and find the child, and bring me word that I too may go and worship him. Now, I don't think that it's hidden what the motive is there. It is not altruistic. Here's the king saying, go and find him, and I'll take over from there. Bring me word. So what brought you here? Were you drawn to this place by a star? Or maybe a journey? Journey just as ambiguous as theirs. We're not quite sure what brings us here. But we are drawn. Along the way, did anyone say to you, maybe not in so many words, go to that church, go to St. David's and bring me word of what you're up to. Bring me word of what goes on there. I would love that to be humorous. But I think and I reflect on the news daily that we hear, and people being suspicious or not revealing their motives. I wonder, what do? We continue on our journey. The journey they were on was to follow a star, but that wasn't the journey. The journey was to find the child. What did you expect when you followed your journey this morning? What did the three wise men search out? They were looking for a child, but they had no idea. When I came here today, and maybe many of you, I was not looking for a revelation. I wanted peace, quiet of the prayers, the music, and also to be together again in community, to be with people I know, meet new people who are visiting. Certainly not a revelation, too much for the brain, I'm sorry, and too much to the heart. Perhaps you feel the same way, that after the holidays, let's just go to church and relax. On the other hand, maybe we are searching. We are on the journey. And we do seek the child, the revelation that happens here. We have two instances here. In the past few weeks and in the coming weeks, we're going to have baptisms where we witness a child being brought into our community. And I can't help but see that symbolically links me personally into that journey. Weekly, the mystery. Not intellectually, but what do we receive here at the altar, in the Eucharist? We have the body and blood of the child who's been opened to us. How that sends us out is going to be different. But what did we seek? We sought a child. The story then continues for our three wise men. They're going to go on. Their journey has to continue on. Obviously, they do not return to Herod. Herod, to me, represents denial. He obviously represents death. It would be obvious even to my 7th and 8th grade students. No, we don't go back there. But seriously, if they were not satisfied, if they had not seen anything that fulfilled their journey would have taken them back to Herod and then back to their homes. A fruitless journey, and one which we would not even read about today. But in seeing the child and hearing a dream not to return to Herod, they are called to go home by another way. And I don't know that they had a lot of choices of roads. From Bethlehem, there are not a lot of roads out of town. And so I'm thinking maybe they weren't going home to where they had come from, but their journey was to a new home. And that they would continue on a journey, a quest, not in search or following a star, but in knowledge of this revelation of the child born. That they would follow for the rest of their lives a journey not unlike ours, that we leave here not necessarily going home per se, but to a new journey, whether it is to our same schools, jobs, physical homes, but with a new direction, with the knowledge of the Christ child. One example of journey, which is one of my favorites, follows the story of Jesus. After Jesus' execution, two of his disciples leave Jerusalem on the road to Emmaus. You know this story? And they are besides themselves. They are so upset. They are lost. They're on the road. And then walking with them, without them knowing, is Jesus. And he talks with them and questions, asking the dumb questions. And over time, he's revealed to them, finally with the breaking of the bread. And like that journey, the revelation, when the disciples discover this is Christ, they get back on the road, but the journey for them isn't to run away any further. It's to return to Jerusalem, to the chaos, and to unknown future, but with knowledge of having seen the child, and that this would carry them on. My hope is that we have all, in some small way, experienced the child, the revelation that Christ is here. That this church, St. David's, is like the star. It's a means to finding the child, and that when we go forward, that we go forward like you hear a deacon say, go in peace, to love and serve the Lord. Amen.